John, any injury update ahead of Friday night?
Obviously we're assessing Garrod. Yeah, we put him out just before the game on Friday night. Kevin O'Connor got a nasty knock to his leg as well, so they're the main two. Matthew Gillen will definitely be out. He hurt his hamstring, so from that point of view, we're just waiting Kevin and Garrod.
Frustrating night last Friday night. Have you identified where everything went wrong, I suppose, and what can you do to improve it for Friday?
Yeah, I suppose it's, sometimes, the season kicks off, you're working hard in pre-season, and, in the last couple of weeks, the Dundalk match, the Pats match, the intensity levels were massive. It was a frantic game, and, for the first 30 minutes, thought we did well. We had a couple of really good opportunities to score. Obviously, Clark made, two great saves. One probably hit him in the face. The second one, certainly from Gary, was a great save. It was that type of night where, I suppose if we had gone the goal ahead, we could see the soft penalty, and to be fair to Pats, they dug in the second half and defended very well, and we struggled to break them down. But that's just start of the league. Games are like that; they're frantic, and ultimately, I think it was that type of night that if we'd gone ahead, it was a different game, but we didn't. And we're trying to work this week to get things ready for Waterford.
Is it a case with so many new players coming in that it's going to take you maybe a few weeks to get your best 11 in your head?
Well, I think it's difficult for everyone coming in because, I think for a number of players that have come in, even Kevin, he hadn't played matches for three months, Liam Nash, Matthew Gillen, obviously James Tilley had been playing with Brighton's 21s, but there's no doubt it does take times, and the intensity levels and the fitness levels are incredibly high to challenge at the top, and it does take time. It takes time for patterns between different players and stuff like that. But I think overall, I look back and where we're 2 down against Dundalk at home in the President's Cup, we come out, we scored, played really well in the second half. With the Pats, started the game really well, had opportunities. You go goal ahead, it's a different game. You can see the penalty, which was soft from our point of view. And to be fair, in the second half, Pats were different than before. Harry's a new team, and they're very experienced, and they defended deep, and made it very hard for us to break us down. You look over the game, position-wise, you look in the second half, marking nothing, one shot to save with 3 or 4 minutes to go. They hardly had a corner in the second half. It was that type. We had lots of play, but we just we found it difficult to open up, and that's the way it goes. So when you have new players, it might take a bit of time to gel. I certainly would hope it wouldn't take 5 or 6 weeks, but that's just the way it is.
Expecting Waterford to be similarly defensive now on Friday, turns across.
Well, Waterford are a very big side, physical, strong team, huge players. You look at across the back, Rory Feely over 6 foot, Kenny Brown, we know, an excellent player, Damien, who we know, both 6'4", 6'5", Akinad up front, 6'4", Aaron Drynan, who we know, another 6'3", 4. So from that point of view, they're a really big, aggressive side. So looking at the game against Shamrock Rovers, they look very unlucky. They were 1 up, probably conceded a soft equaliser, but then they obviously conceded the last kick of the game, which was a killer for them. But we know from a game from last year, it'll be hectic, it'll be frantic, and certainly you have to be on your game, because it'll be high energy, high intensity, and we're planning for that.
Sean, I suppose months of derbies are tough at any time, but because the two of you are pointing us after the first game, you'll be expecting obviously a right-over battle.
Yeah, it will, and all the games last year proved that way. You know what I mean? I think, over the games, they were very close games, very tight games. They have excellent players. Obviously, Bastian here in the middle of the park. They brought back Shane Duggan, and they have a few new fellas introduced. But at the same time, they have a lot of experience. And any of the games between us and Waterford are very tight, and they're very competitive, and that's just the way it'll be. So they'll bring a big following. We should have our first game of the season. We're hoping to have a massive turnout, and hopefully we will have that. So it's going to be a competitive game. But to be honest, that's the way the league is. I think it's gone to a stage where a lot of teams have invested. Waterford invested heavy. They got into Europe last year. So Sligo, Pats, Derry. So teams have invested a lot more than they had previously. So you expect that games this year will be, I suppose, much tighter than they might have been previously before. And certainly, you couldn't see teams running away with the league this year, or certainly couldn't see one or two teams opening a big gap very quickly. I wouldn't think that would happen this year.
Yeah, I'd say the players this week will be chomping at the bit, John, to get the season up and running now after a slow start.
Yeah, but it's, I said from the start, I don't want to dwell on it, but 10 of your players from last year are gone, or the 20, that's half your squad. You're bringing in a number of young players, we have to support them. We can see just tremendous talent there. Dan Casey's done very well since he's come in. Darragh Conn has been absolutely outstanding. James Tilley has done well. Gary Comfort came in the last, did well. Kevin is after coming back in. Obviously Liam Nash saw a bit of action. We need to get him on the pitch more. So from that point of view, these guys are working every day in training. They're really working hard. We can see the talent they have. But sometimes you get to a game like last Friday night, you take your chance, you go ahead, you possibly win the match. You go behind and they dig in for a 1-0 win. That's the way it goes.
Yeah, and just the last one for me, John, is I know it's early in the season with the two competitive games so far. You haven't scored from play. Is that a kind of a concern that you've had chances, you're not putting them away?
Yeah, I suppose to be blunt about it, you like to score from play. We've had 2 games, yes. We've had chances, but the only thing about it, I suppose, we are creating chances. So hopefully, Friday night we will create chances, and maybe we'll take some. If we're here and we weren't creating chances, it would be a different problem. But at the moment, I just feel that that if we do create chances on Friday night, I feel that this week we will score. But we'll wait and see.